Hi, I'm Laura. How you doing today? And I'm going to be recording a video right now. Something that I wanted to do yesterday when I felt more able to do it because I was thinking quite clearly about what I had in mind because I have stores of information in my mind about what I wanted to say. David, I'm kind of not. I should have done it yesterday when it was all in my mind. But anyway, I want to talk about youthing and just a second here. Okay, first of all, I believe in holistic health. And holistic health is just natural medicine, eating healthy. Like they say, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So I believe in that. I believe in prevention medicine. So, anyways, all right. So, talking about youthing, I believe that we have 4 seasons of life, of course, 4 seasons. Winter that we represent winter, spring, summer, and fall. Okay. Now, for me, wanting to live to be 120 years old, um, the first season of life is springtime. Springtime, in my eyes, is between 30 years old and no, excuse me, a baby to 30 years old. A baby to 30 years is the springtime of your life, according to me and my feelings. Okay, and then summer is between 30 and 60 years old. That's where we're running hard, working a job, flying a sign, or do whatever you do to make money. Okay, that is spring. That is summer, and then fall is between the fall season of life is between 90 years old and no, excuse me, 60 years old and 90 years old. 60 to 90 is the fall season of life. And winter, when you get old, is between 90 and 120, according to me. I think that we can still live as long as Moses did. If we eat healthy and we do things, take precautions, whatever it's possible. Okay, and so now in the Word, in the Bible, it said it's after people lived long and back in the old days and stuff, 400, 600 years, 800 years, whatever. Um, you know, uh, the man upstairs said a man's life is 70 and 10. That's 70 years. Okay. And he says, but if by strength you live longer, and then after that, then fly away. But at any rate, so we're trying to live longer. He says that in the Word, it says that exercise profiteth little, but holiness is profitable to all things. Okay. So at any rate, I still believe it's possible to live to 120. My desire is to live to 121 in 4 months. And so I'm going to be working on youthing and trying to help get people there to get over 100. I mean, and but it's not to get you there. It's to get me there and to help other people live as long as they can if they want to be on this journey. Okay. If they don't, I'm not responsible for anybody's success at this or anything else. This is just what I'm doing, and I'm reflecting my interest of what I'm interested in to the world. I don't do this for you. I do this for me, and because I want to live 60 years longer than traditionally normal. Okay. Yeah. And so anybody that wants to also live can, you know, watch my shows and try to snap into it if they'd like for themselves. Okay. Um, I basically believe that we live our lives basically for ourselves and our families. And whether we fail or whether we succeed or whatever we do, it's immaterial to other people. It doesn't really matter to them, because I believe that the basis of our lives, the basics of our lives, are to be lived for ourselves and our families. And if I do well, great. And if I don't do well, great. My family is something that will always probably be there for me in whatever family I'm in, whether it's the family of my origin, which was me and my three sisters and my mother, or if it's the family I create, me and my husband and my three children. So, but I'm willing to offer this, but I'm not doing this for the world. I'm doing it for me because I'm getting out my talents and goals for myself because this is part of what I want to do. I'm living my dreams. Okay, thank you. So, at any rate, okay, so let's go on with this. So, premise of living to be 120. Now, there are books on living longer that you can watch. I just watched TV shows or YouTube videos where this older woman lived to be 107. She's alive. She's running relay races at 107. It says in the word, in the Bible, that 1,000 years as one day, and one day is as 1,000 years. So what does that mean to me, Laura? It means to me that time really doesn't exist at all. It may or may not exist. So, of course, we know that there are times in our lives when time actually really matters, and that would be probably between a baby and a teenager in those years. Obviously, you're not going to be with a child, and that kind of thing, you know. And it says in the word that a man should not be with a woman until she passes the flower of her age, and that isn't 13, that's 18, until her hips spread and that kind of thing. I don't want to go into that right now, but at any rate, there are seasons and times. It says in Ecclesiastes, in the book of Ecclesiastes, to everything there is a season, a time, and a purpose under the heavens. Okay, so at any rate, so that takes care of that. Now, thinking again. So we talked about the four seasons of life, and I said that I think that springtime, that's when you're young, is between being a baby and 30 years old. Okay, and that summer time of a person's lifespan is between 30 years old and 60 years old, when we're running hard with the ball, working, playing, going to school, all that, whatever. And then the fall season of life is between 60 and 120. Excuse me, sorry. It's between 60 and 90 years old, between 60 and 90, when you start to slow down. And old age is between starts at 90 to 120 years old. Okay. And yeah. And so for those of you that don't think that I'm young, I say I am young, and I'm younger than you, but I can also say I'm as young now as I will ever be. And that's fine, because it's just me. I'm me. And, but I can guarantee you, I probably look a lot different right now, being the age I am, than when I'm 121 years old in 4 months in 60 years. So I think I probably look a good bit younger now than I will 60 years from now then. So compared to being 121 and years old and 4 months when I plan to die, I would say right now I am young. Thank you. I am young. And in fact, the woman that's 107 running the relay races, they said that she's 107 and she feels 60. So I am young. I am young. I am me. I am the youngest right now that I will ever be. And I am enjoying every minute of my life. Thank you. So on the youthing shows, as I said before, I would like to have a spread where we show avocado, kale, where you can mix kale with a protein like sour cream, or you could mix it with tofu and honey, blueberries, raspberries, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, honey, molasses, whatever. All of the healthy things that people are supposed to eat, dark chocolate. And we could work on that. We could also work on exercising. I can do 500 arm trails in one setting. I wouldn't suggest anybody does it, especially if they're older. Like my mom is 85. She works. I'm dancing with 85-year-olds to see what they can do. But I will eventually probably show you how I can do a 500 arm twirls in one setting. But I don't want to do it now And I don't want anybody to say I said to do it. I'm disclaimer, I'm not ever telling anybody to do that. Let me show you how I can do it. And then if I work with older people like 80-year-olds or whoever, and I do some things like for my mother, not for you, but for my mom's benefit, if you fall in that category, fine. Then I would do things slower, like 10 arm twirls and 10, body bends or whatever. So, but okay, so then I wanted to talk about um, when people get older, they tend, as they get older, they tend to get more isolated, they tend to get more lonely, get more drifted off from sight, lonely. They tend to get depressed a lot as they get older. I'm not really talking about myself because I don't think I fall in that category as much as other people do. But at any rate, they tend to get depressed as they age, and people tend to ignore them and treat them like they're not existent, and this kind of thing. And so, a lot of the hard aging that people go through, I think there is some depression associated with it. So, we want to live longer, longevity, but we also want to, as the magazine said, improve the quality of our life too as we live longer, not just the quantity, but the quality. We want the quality to be up to the quantity. Um, so, I was going to say people that visit old people, because when people do get into that winter season right before they're going to die, and it probably occurs to me, it's probably like having cancer or any kind of disease. If you're up against death, it doesn't mean it matter if your death is from old age or if it's from a chronic disease such as heart disease or cancer or anything else. You probably need emotional support going through it, because just because a person's old does not mean that they're not still afraid of death, to die. So, um, I do think it's good that people visit old people. I wish I wouldn't have. I did in my younger years what a lot of you people do today is you cut away from older people as they're aging and say, well, gosh, they're going to be dead in a few years anyway. So why should I get involved? I mean, really, I really don't think I want to do this. I don't want to go through the depression of them dying and then having to go to a funeral and blah, 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 blah. But for those that do hang in there with old people as they're aging and go through the process, I mean, it's hard. I know, because my mother had me taking care of an old lady that was dying when I was 14. It was very hard. It was too young for me to do it. And it was not a good thing really for me. But at any rate, for those of you that do go through that process of helping older people, visiting old people and all this stuff, I say thank you. Hats off to you. And I have a niece that has a program on death doula, and she helps. She's a nurse, and she helps people through the dying process and stuff, which is neat. So anyway, anybody that visits old people and helps people and is there to assist them, I think that's a really good thing. I didn't think about when I was going through when I was younger, because I did what most people do, just check them off until they die. You don't see them for a few years, or they get lost in the web of time, and you don't see them for 20, 30, 50 years, and well, whatever happened to so and so, and then you find out later that they died, and whatever, they probably lived a long, happy life before that happened that you didn't know about. But anyway, for those that do, I would say thank you very much for caring for them. And I wanted to sing a song, People That Love People. All right. I'm not really a people person. I'm more of an animal person, but I would like to get this out. So just bear with me, would you? Okay, thank you. Hey. Bear with me, folks. I'm having a hard time doing this. Just a minute here. I can't. I'm not finding it, guys. Bear with me. I usually do this before and I forgot. Sorry. Darn it. Darn it. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have that hard time finding it. All right, so I guess I just sing it. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Teardrops falling down on my face, trying so hard to erase. The people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Let me try to look that up one more time. Okay. No, get down from there. I'll be right there. Let me see if I can find it. I might put it in there wrong. Hang on. Get down from there, baby. Jupiter, get down. Okay. All right. That's it. Hang on. I found it. Hang on. All right. Let's try that.
This is the quickest way to hit a second puberty after 50. The dude has a washboard.
Okay. I think I might have found it. I'll just go ahead and sing along with it. Okay. I like this song, so bear with me. Okay. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. When children other children, yeah, again. Inside, more like children than kitchen. There's very special people. They're the luckiest people in the world. Present, one very special person. Been deep in your soul. You're happy at your home. You're the first year person who needs people. Oh, people who need people. Oh, are the luckiest people in the world. Thank you. Thank you for helping old people. Very special person. Very deep in your soul. Say what be I know. No. First be a person who needs people. Oh, people who need people. are the luckiest people in the world. Thank you for helping old people, for people helping people. Thank you. This is Youthing Coach Laura. Laura Elizabeth Hazel May Witherspoon. That's right. And if you're in the night, keep looking. Peace out for the light. See ya.